Howdy folks, Daniel Rubino here with Windows Phone Central, and I just want to give you guys a quick review here of the Fitbit One versus Nike FuelBand. I know technically this isn't Windows Phone stuff, but we're doing Mobile Nation's Fitness Month, and both of these kind of do work with Windows Phone in a loose sense. But I want to give you guys a heads up on them because they're both big devices today, especially if you want to get in shape. I personally like the Fitbit One. In fact, that's one reason why I like it. It has a personality. This goes for $99 versus the FuelBand, which goes for $150. And in my opinion, this is junk, and I kind of wish I never bought one. Why that is, it's Nike. I find their stuff always sort of overhyped. I will say the Nike Connect program, though, is excellent. So if you're looking to get in shape that way, but we'll do that in a separate review. The FuelBand, though, so the idea, of course, is you wear these items and they give you feedback on your activity level, and you can push a little button and the OLED comes on. Nike Fuel is sort of their measurement for your activity level, and then you can cycle through stuff. There's your amount of calories, there's your steps taken, there's your clock, which is kind of nice, and then once again fuel, and that's it. So what do you get for $50 less? Well, it's obviously smaller, and you don't have a wristband, although they are coming out with a wristband version of this. You can clip it everywhere, which is kind of cool. In fact, you can put this on your pants, specifically in your pocket, and if you ride a bike, this will record it. If you're going to ride a bike, this is useless, because it's on your wrist, so it won't measure that activity. So that's important to note. This, though, you can put it in your pocket, you can put it in your shirt, and it'll still measure things. It also, for $50 less, has an altimeter in it, meaning you can measure when you're climbing stairs. And that's actually kind of important because, once again, the FuelBand can't really record that data. To turn it on, you just sort of cycle through. Once again, there's your calories. The flower is their equivalent of a Nike Fuel thing, where it basically gives you your activity level. There's your clock, and I should point out this actually has an alarm built into it, which is kind of nice. In fact, there's my alarm right now. And it vibrates basically to wake you up, which is actually kind of nice. There's my steps taken, which isn't much. And there's your floors climbed and distance traveled. And once again, calories. This also can pop out at night, and then you throw it into this cool little wristband. Actually, this is kind of a pain, I will admit, but the idea is you slip it in there, turn it on, and throw it on your wrist. And this will record now when you're sleeping, and the idea is every time you move, you're not sleeping, so it records that data. And then in the morning, it gives you a sleep efficiency report, which is actually kind of a really good idea. Once again, Nike FuelBand does not do that. It's kind of useless for sleeping. And so that's one reason I really like it. That's how you charge it, plug it in. I would also say the FuelBand charges by Bluetooth, syncs by Bluetooth. Technically, FuelBand has Bluetooth in it, but it only syncs with the iPhone. Once again, it's stupid and useless because if you have a PC, it will recognize it, but it can't actually sync to it, which is dumb. This comes with a little dongle. It's really tiny, and you plug into your PC or Mac, and then it just syncs wirelessly whenever you're in 20 feet of it. It is so much easier. With this thing, I actually had to plug it into my computer to actually sync it, which is just dumb. I don't know why Nike does that. But once again, this syncs wirelessly and is much easier to use. Plus, with Fitbit, their APIs are open, so it integrates with everything. So for instance, there's no official Fitbit app here, but well, that's a frightening photo. Sorry. But you get the Fitbit Companion app, which is actually a pretty good app. We talked about this earlier in a post on Windows Phone Central, but it gives you basically all your information that is synced up with your account, and it's actually pretty nice. It also, Fitbit will work with things like Endomondo, MyFitnessPal, because it's all open source. All of those services, if you use them, integrate. Nike Fuel, on the other hand, works with Nike, and that's it. And for me, that's stupid. You also can't plug in, foods you ate, and there's no calorie counter for this. It's just measures your fuel. With this, though, when you go online, you have a whole account where you can type in foods you ate, things you drank, exercises you did, and you can enter in so much data. You can also compare it to your friends, and there's charts. There's even a professional $50 a year version, which will give you advice and tips. Like I said, it's night and day between these. This is $50 cheaper, and you're getting way more than you do with Nike's stupid system. Like I said, Nike Connect is great, but this FuelBand, I would not even consider it. Just go with Fitbit. If any company is going to bring a Windows Phone app to Windows Phone, it's going to be Fitbit. They already have a Windows 8 RT app that's out now, and I'm sure it's just a matter of time before they do it for Windows Phone. So there you go, clear winner. Head to Windows Phone Central for our Fitness Month discussions, and we'll discuss this more. If you have any opinion about these two, let us know, and we'll take into account. There you go. Take care, everybody.